Hello, literature lovers. Today I'm discussing Uncle Tom's Cabin, or what the subtitle is Life Among the Lolly. It's an anti slavery novel by American author Harriet Strew. It was published 1852 and the novel had a profound effect on attitudes towards African Americans and slavery in US and is said to have helped lay the groundwork for the Civil War. Stu, who was born in Connecticut, teacher at Hartford Female Seminary and was an active abolitionist and featured the character of Uncle Tom, a long-suffering black slave, and around whom the stories of other characters revolve. It's a sentimental novel and depicts the slavery of reality of slavery while also asserting that Christian love can overcome something as destructive as enslavement of fellow human beings. Uncle Tom's Cabin was the best selling novel of the 19th century and the second best selling book of that century, following the Bible. It is credited with helping fuel the abolitionist cause in the 1850s, and in the first year after it was published, 3 lakh copies of the book was sold in the United States and 1 million copies in Great Britain. In 1855, 3 years after it was published, it is called the most popular novel of our day. The impact attributed to the book in great reinforced by a story that when Abraham Lincoln met Stowe at the start of the Civil War, Lincoln declared so that in the little lady who started this great war, the quote is apocryphal. It is not appear in print until 1896, and it has been argued that the long-term durability of Lincoln's greeting as an anecdote in literary studies and Stowe's scholarship can perhaps be explained in part by the desire among many contemporary intellectuals to affirm the role of literature as an agent of social change. The book and the plays it inspired helped popularize a number of stereotypes about black people. These include the affectionate, dark-skinned mammy and pink ninny stereotype of black children, and the Uncle Tom or dutiful, long-suffering servant, faithful to his white master or mistress. In recent years, the negative associations with Uncle Tom Cabin have to an extent overshadowed the historical impact of the book as a vital anti slavery tool. As an activist and abolitionist writing the novel, Stu had a response to the passage in 1850s of the Second Fugitive Slave Act. Much of the book was composed in Brunswick, Maine, where her husband taught at his alma mater. Stu was partly inspired to create Uncle Tom's Cabin by the slave narrative, the life of Joshua Henson, slavery, formerly a slave, now abandoned Canada, as narrated by himself. Henson, a formerly enslaved black man, had lived and worked on 37-acre tobacco plantation north Bethesda, Maryland, owned by Isaac Riley. Henson escaped slavery in 1830s by fleeing to the province of Upper Canada, which is now Ontario, where he helped other fugitive slaves settle and become self-sufficient, and where he wrote his memoirs. Stowe acknowledged in 1853 that Hanson's writing inspired Uncle Tom's Cabin, and when Stowe's work became a bestseller, Hanson republished his memoirs as the Memoirs of Uncle Tom and traveled on lecture tours extensively in the United States of Europe. Stowe's novel lent its name to Hanson's home, Uncle Tom's Cabin historic site near Dresden, Ontario, Canada. When since 1940s has been a museum. The cabin where Hanson lived while he was enslaved no longer exists, but a cabin on the Riley farm, Aaroners thought to be the Hanson's cabin, was purchased by Montgomery County government in 2006. It is now a part of the National Park Service National Underground Railway Network to Freedom Program, and plans are underway to build a museum and interpretive center on the site. That's all from my side. I hope you must have got an idea. Thanks for being part of it.